Okay, here we have a set of looms. These are in the attic brand looms, and these are the most unique out of all of the knitting looms because they are totally flexible. So I'm going to be showing you just I'm going to cast on some stitches. Now there are people that complain about these because if you wrap too tight, then it can affect the way your stitches look in the end. But they're great for anyone who travels. And I've been looking online. I haven't found anybody who sells these. I'm not sure if the company went out of business. I've had these for quite a while. So they have this little metal tack for a side peg. We'll go ahead and cast on, tie a slip knot, put it on the first peg. We'll do 3 rows and then we'll pick and we'll see. Okay, so here you can just wrap it, whereas usually I kind of wrap it and flip it backward. But okay, so now we're going to push the yarn down. It does kind of grip the actual peg as it's sliding. It's not bad, but where the other plastic looms are totally slick, you have a little bit more. I guess you could look at it as control, so you're not pushing it all the way down. There we have that. Now we'll get the pick tool. These are longer pegs, so there's a further distance, it feels like, that I'm pulling the yarn up and over. And as I was wrapping, I felt like I was kind of struggling with the pegs, just I think because they were moving just slightly, but whereas like with the nifty knitter looms, they're just totally rigid. And these are very flexible. So what I'm going to do next, after I finish this row, is I'm going to wrap it extremely tight and see, way more tight than anybody ever would, but I just want to see how much it affects wrapping and picking, because sometimes the yarns do get tight depending on what kind of pattern you're doing, what kind of yarn you're using, how tight you're pulling it as you're wrapping. Okay. So as you can see, they can bend. And so if you're not doing, I'm wrapping fairly tightly here, obviously, but just to give you an idea, it doesn't take much to move these around. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of leaning in a little bit. This peg is really leaning over that way, so kind of an interesting. They're great if you're going to be traveling and you don't wrap them too tightly. And if you can find where to get them, if you find where to get these, leave a comment in the section below, because from all of the websites that I was looking at, they were not available. They once carried them. It looked like Walmart even had them at one point in time, but they're not available. So anyway, this is the In the Attic round loom. This is the baby 31 peg loom. So I hope that helps in your decision making process, or just to give you an idea of what's out there. You may be able to find these if you can't find them from a retailer, maybe on eBay. But I have lots of other videos with patterns and free patterns and free videos on all kinds of projects. So if you want more, click subscribe, and thanks for watching.